Alright, back again, Luke here, and today we've got the old Frankencade, and I figured we could put in this game here. Mahou Keibita Gun Houki. You can see there. So, let's pop this on and play some of that. This is pretty fun, another Irem game, kind of beautiful looking game actually, and this goes by a western name of Mystic Riders. So, this is the Japanese title here. Takes a few seconds for the thing to start up. A lot of the Irem boards here always do, but this is a pretty awesome looking game. As far as those out there who are really interested in the Cotton series and really like the Cotton games, this might be up your alley if you've never played this one before. You can see there's not really a lot of intro music here, but we'll put in some coins. It should be good. See if we can adjust this camera here a little bit closer, get a better view for you guys. Alright, let's give it a shot. There are about 6 stages in this game here, and the game itself, like I mentioned, you know, it looks a little bit like Cotton, if you're familiar with the Cotton games, if you played them before. There are your main weapon here, which is your first button. By pressing your second button, you can launch out your broom here. There are different upgrades as you can get for your main weapon. By pressing and holding down on your first button, you can do a charge shot, if you notice in the upper left-hand corner. The interesting part about the game is that you do need to use the broomstick here, and the broomstick has reverse or inverted controls. So if you want to launch the broom down, you have to push up, and if you want to launch it up, you have to push down. Also, same with back and forward. So if you want to launch the broomstick forward, you have to pull back on the controller, and or the joystick, and then if you want to launch it forward, you just yeah, push back on it. So everything's inverted, but it really works out well with the game. The game is designed to kind of steal your money. There are some parts where it's really kind of difficult, but you'll notice that the upper left-hand corner, your power meter is actually getting a little bit bigger, and that'll allow you to shoot out a bigger explosion here. But graphically, I mean, the game is just fantastic. Really beautiful game. I'm not playing so well here. You can get through this stage easily without dying, but trying to talk at the same time, it's a little bit challenging. But it really has a Sega Mega Drive, Sega Genesis kind of musical feel to it. As the last game that I put up, Hook, I think this one has a little bit more, in fact, but I'm gonna die. You can get sandwiched in between stuff, so you gotta be careful. Here's our first boss here. But these bosses are really designed to take your money. I mean, honestly, they are evil. Unless you're really quick about it, that boss will destroy you, even being the first boss there. But at the end of the stages, you'll get a rank here. You'll notice that it went from 9 to 8. It just automatically goes down for the most part. Some stages like this are just, I mean, super beautiful. Really, really lovely looking stages here. And what's nice about it is a lot of these stages really don't have a top or a bottom. I mean, you can kind of endlessly just keep going down. You have to be careful, of course, but yeah, I mean, you can just continuously go down. This stage here for myself actually reminds me a lot of the Mickey Mouse game. I think it's Castle of Illusion. For some reason, I don't know why. It's just that graphic style, I guess. But just another, you know, fun game to kind of, you know, go through and shoot up and have fun. The interesting thing about this game, though, is that there's kind of two, well, they're not really endings. Not really a whole lot of an ending to this game, but you have to go through the game twice in order to be able to put in your initials. So it's kind of cheap that way. And it does change a little bit. The second loop is much harder. It's not as easy. Everything goes a lot faster. But it does have some pretty cool enemies throughout the game. And like I'd mentioned, you know, just the graphic style to it. It's just a really beautiful game. And you can do really well if you do try. The game is not that difficult the first round, at least, but the second time around it is. It gets much, much more challenging. Coming up on our second boss here. Kind of interesting with the whole rock thing. What's interesting too about the game, if you want to be cheap, when you're coming back to life, you can actually just kind of stand over the enemy and you'll instantly kill him. So that's the kind of cheap way to go here. But yeah, it's a fun little one, you know, a fun game to play. You can see the rank will go down. Sometimes it'll say no bonus if you really, really do poor, but for the most part, you can get a bonus. Some creative stages. In the second loop here, when you go to try this out, it just, you know, everything takes quadruple the amount of hits, and it really does make you earn that that final stage. And you can see here I'm doing really, really poorly, but it is a quite entertaining game, and you know, I think the design behind it really is beautiful. Kind of cool concept. And once you do pick up enough of these rubies, you can actually get a free guy. It's another good point about it. You can see the levels are going up pretty quickly too. But this is one of those games, you know, you just kind of sit down and do a run through, and then, you know, you're kind of satisfied with it. But you'll notice each time I wind up dying there, my power meter gets shrunk. So. And here's our next stage boss. We'll insert a couple more coins here and give it a shot. But it is, you know, it's a game that's designed to take your money, nonetheless. Usually, most parts are the bosses. Those are the ones that really chew up your credits a lot. Get followed around here. Ah! Come on. But yeah, it's a pretty entertaining game, and if you have a chance, I'd recommend giving it a shot in MAME. It's not a bad game at all. Especially, like I said, if you're into kind of like the kind of cotton games, then this will be kind of something interesting. You know, it's not exactly the same as Cotton by any means, but it is a really beautiful looking game, and quite a fun game to play. But just wanted to show you guys what Mahou Keibita Gun Houki looks like here for the arcade. And yeah, that's about all for me for right now. Like always, I'll put up another video here soon, so thanks for watching. That's another thing I don't know if I mentioned or not, but just by swinging the controller around in a loop, you can see him do a spin there, but... This one's kind of fun. Help the Ice Queen! Trying to, yeah, and the octopus will kind of hold you in there, so... This is kind of cool. I think it's a little cool part. Like, hey, little Ice Queen, I'm here to help you. Oh no, wait, what the, attack? What? So this is where it gets hard. If you can get that that off there really quickly, you're all right. But if not, you'll wind up dying really easy, and it just gets more and more challenging. And the first time animation that you go through here, and the second time you go through the animation changes about this one, so. And the second time, like I said, is just brutal. Really, really, you know, rips you apart. But you'll see it drop down to 5th there. And I don't see why they even have it. For the most part, you always drop down in rank. So it's kind of interesting. show you guys just a little bit more here so you can take a look at some of the different character designs. They do have some different character designs throughout the game, so coming up on a couple of them here. Here's another couple more. This is one where you pretty much got to destroy the legs here really quickly, or else you'll get hit. And then you can destroy the head and the rest of the body. Yeah, not too quick there. Wink! And here's our next stage boss. I think we'll end it right after this here. This boss is just evil. I mean, in every sense of the word, just really, really cheap. This is just the beginning part too, but this is where it gets a little bit challenging. And this boss sounds like an elephant for some reason. But really, really, I mean, you know, rushes you, charges you. This game board too, as well, does suffer from a little bit of lag. There's just too many sprites on the screen at one time, so it's hard for the game to keep up here. But yeah, it is a fantastic, fantastic little game here. Yeah, just dying left and right. There's really no place to duck, no place to hide. The game does find you. Just murderous. Yeah, that was a horrible job trying to get through the stage here. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed a little bit of that, and thanks for sticking around until this point. Check the video out. But this stage has a really, really Mega Drive, you know, Genesis kind of soundtrack to it.